CM 365, all about Carnatic music. Another first that we are going to talk about today is the first composition of Dikshidhar, which all of you know is Sri Nathadi guruguho in the ragam Mayamalagola set to Adi Tala and in Sanskrit language. Now this particular composition, which has got a Pallavi, Anupallavi and a very long charana, I would say, has got so many musical intricacies embedded in it, first thing, and the poetic excellence of this particular composition is absolutely amazing. So actually it offers us a priceless treasure, both from the music point of view as well as we see that from the lyrical point of view. Today we will look into some of the musical excellences which are embedded in this particular composition. The first thing is the choice of Maya Malagola for composing this piece. I suppose Dikshidhar had acceptance in the fact that the beginning lessons we know are in Sarali, Janta, all these are in Maya Malagola, and he also adopted this particular ragam as his for his composing the first song in his own musical career. And here we see that how the opening line starts is itself a very unique concept has been, you can see here. For example, Shri nathadi guruguho jayati jayati Shri nathadi guruguho jayati jayati. There are two important things to be seen here. First thing is, of course, you know that the Arohana Avarana of Maya Malagola is Sari Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. So the entire gamut of the Arohanam and followed by Avarohanam comes through in the first line itself, like Sri Sa Ri Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa Ri Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri. So where you saw that Sarigama Padanisa, Nida Pamagari, the Arona Arona came. The second important thing here is about how he incorporates the Trikalam in the first line itself. You see, first column, second column and the third column comes through the Swara formation in this Avartana itself, like Sa Ri Ga Ma, first column, then Pa Da Ni Sa, second column, Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri, third speed. So what a brilliant conceptualization he has done in his very first song is absolutely amazing. Now, coming to this particular composition, we also see that a lot of jantas, alankaras, all these are also part of this composition. Now, coming to the Anupallavi, it has got a very special kind of a structure where you see that the ascent and descent meticulously woven in the Sahitya. That is, one line will go in the ascent and symmetrically the descent will follow in the consecutive line. Like this, all the lines are formed. Like, for example, if you look, first we will look into the Anupallavi and then try to analyze what it is. So where he says, Nana prapancha vichitra karo namarupa pancha bhuta karo ajnana dvanta prachanda bhaskaro jnana pradaya o maheshwaru. If you look at the construction of the swaras here, you see how it comes is like Sari Ga Ma Pa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma. The next line is formed with the swaras in the like Ri Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. See how beautifully the melody complements in terms of the ascent and the descent. Then the Charanam is the mind-boggling factor, I would say, in terms of how Dikshadhar has used the concept of palindrome here. That is, palindrome is one where you know that from the beginning to end, if you read and backwards also you read, both ways it will read the same way. For example, if you take the word Vikatakavi in Tamil, if you read it backwards also, you see that it reads as Vikatakavi. So this concept has been adopted by Dikshadhar in the formation of the swaras in the Charanam. So we look into the swara formation here to see how he has devised. I will just take a few examples where Maya Karya Kalanahino Mamaka Sahasra Kamalasino Madhurya Gana Brita Pano Madhavatyamara Varabradano. Like this, you see that it keeps going. We'll just look into one line to see how this palindrome concept has been adopted. For example, the first line, let's take Maya Karya Kalanahino, where the swaram is Ma Ga Ma Pa Da Pa Ma Ga Ma. Now, if you put this swaram backwards also, if you read it, it will read it the same way. Another example we can take is Madhavatyamara Varapradano Nizarika Sari Sagari Sani. Now, if you put this also backwards, if you read, you will see that it gives you the structure of a palindrome. This is something absolutely amazing, I would say, in terms of the musical construction of the charanam. And also we see that in the Madhyama Kala, how he, in the Anupallavi, he traverses till the Mandra Panchama, and in the Tara Gandhara, like Dinavano Dyupta Divyadaro Divyogadi Sakala Degataro Manasa Nandakara Chaturadaro Matkuruvaro Mangalam Karotu. And of course, in the Charanam, the Mudra, Raga Mudra, Maya Malava Gauladi Desha Magipati Pujita Pada Pradesha. So like this, you see that, of course, in the opening line, Sri nathadi guruguho, the guruguho mudra also happens, which he has kept as his mudra throughout his compositions. All the composition, you see that guruguho happens to be the mudra of Dikshadhar. Like this, we see that from the musical point of view, there are so many intricacies and beautiful wonders hidden in this particular very first composition of Dikshadhar. In terms of the lyrics also, I said that it is a marvel, the way he has constructed each of these stanzas, and each of these lines is really very beautiful in terms of the poetic beauty as well as the Artha Bhava, which probably we'll discuss sometime later.
CM 365, all about Carnatic music.